hitting TikTok. I think just pertaining to Kyle and Maurizio, it would be wise to let it play out. Like I said, I don't think it's great. I don't think it's great that Maurizio's dancing with a younger, very pretty blonde partner and Dancing with the Stars at the moment. You know, every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock, you know, you turn on the TV here in Los Angeles, and obviously they're dancing away. And he even did a piece to camera, like I said, where he had his hand on her waist and was explaining that him and Kyle are still not throwing the towel. It was just awkward. It was really awkward. And if I was Kyle, like, you'd want to be in a pretty strong marriage to be comfortable enough with all of that going on. But, you know, he's still, I think it's 3 or 4 weeks in, and he's still dancing. And, you know, you see Maurizio walking down Cannon, walking down Beverly, walking down Rodeo Drive. He's a very good looking man. You know, all the women in Beverly Hills will always say he's a very good looking man. No one's questioning that. But has he been he's very well known for being very respectful, very family man. No one says, oh, he was, you know, sometimes when a story like this breaks, people are like, well, wait till I tell you the time that, you know, he was chatting to me or this and that. The general vibe and the word on the street is like, he's a realtor, he's very respectful, he never hits on anybody, he's not a flirty sort of a guy. So, you know, I don't know. And then Kyle is just friends with Morgan, as from what I can tell. I know they've been edited in certain ways, but that's what happens. Like, you know, I did Big Brother in the UK and I was edited. It was so stupid the way. It's like you can literally take any footage and create anything. So that's kind of interesting. The one other thing in terms of reality TV as well, there's always headlines and there's always a story behind the headlines. So any of the headlines around me, well, not all of them, but like a lot of them, if anyone wants to post and ask me what's going on, I'm happy to explain it. There is one thing that I'm confused about, and I just could be literally like, I don't know. So here's the thing. When I did the Real Housewives of Ireland, I'm just looking it up now. When I did the Real Housewives of Ireland, or Dublin Wise, Housewives of Southside, or whatever the fuck they're calling it this week. But when I was last taping for that, I think that there was a whole load of rumours and a lot of storylines, sorry, not storylines, but there was a lot of newspapers about the fact that one of the girls on the show with me, a girl called Virginia Macari, obviously I call her Vagina Macaroni or Flip the Burger, she was heiress, or I don't know what the newspapers dubbed her as, heiress, dynasty heiress to like the Irish version of Denny's or IHOP. I mean, please, they had like 2 corner chip shops. Let's fucking relax now. But when I was filming last with her, and again, just also congratulations to her because she recently got engaged. So also I'd like to refute the comments that suggested that I snubbed her bikini line, because that's not true. She has a bikini line called Miss V, and I wore Miss V bikinis on the beach all summer in Quinta do Lago in Portugal and all summer in Malibu. So that's not true. I love her bikinis. They're amazing. Also, I'm not up to date, so you guys might have to help me. But this is because I've been in the US for quite a while. I was stuck here even during the pandemic. So I'm just reading Barry Egan, and this is from, I think this is from back in 2015. Barry Egan is a very well respected journalist in Ireland. He writes for the Irish Independent newspaper, the Independent Group, which is akin to the New York Times. I mean, a very, very reputable news source. And Barry Egan is an excellent news source. So he had written about the fact, the headline was, "No, I'm not in jail. Husband of Virginia Macari following conviction for fraud." I don't think he was ever the husband, just to be honest with you. I think he was the baby daddy. But it says, "No, I'm not in jail. The situation is a lot more complex than has been portrayed in Irish media." Socialite Virginia Macari's beau tells Barry Egan from their beachfront pad in Marbella. You know what they say about Marbella, sunny place for shady people, but whatever, who am I to comment? So it says, despite being convicted of 17 counts of loan fraud, totted up to 4.1 million in a court in Oslo less than 2 weeks ago, Castdal, or Thor Castdal, remains remarkably cheery and chipper even. "I'm certainly not in jail," as reported, Cast told me yesterday on the phone from his home in Marbella, where he is staying with his Cork-based fiancée, Virginia Macari. Like I said, I call her Flip the Burger or Vagina Macaroni. I won't say where they live, but anyway, guys, I need to get up to date. Sorry, I should have done better research because I think I'm just confused. She's now engaged to another guy who is actually from a really good family, so that's great. And yes, I am delighted for her, and I did send her a very large bouquet of flowers. So I don't appreciate people saying I don't support her bikini line, because like I said, all summer I wore Miss V bikinis in Quinta do Lago. As soon as I got off the golf course, I was straight into a Miss V bikini. And also I did send her flowers to congratulate her on her engagement. Do I know for sure it got to her? No, because my understanding is they've had to relocate numerous times over the last number of years. So did I send it to her last known address? Yeah, I did. So I sent her flowers. Um, I'm just looking, this is from 2015. Wait, before I actually say any more on this whole thing, I should probably get a little a bit more up to date on things because I'm actually confused myself now what's going on. Maybe that is for episode 2. So that is the roundup on all things reality TV. What else is there on reality TV? Oh yeah, if anyone watches Vanderpump, one of the girls, she's amazing. She's an amazing comedian, and she's also on the show. So I'll talk more about how funny her act is. And her name is, oh, what's her name? Her name is, I don't know what her name is. That's really bad. Her name is, just wipe that bit out. So in all of the things, the Vanderpump, funnily enough, Vanderpump Rules is back filming, and I think that drops pretty soon. The Vanderpump sewer car is parked in West Hollywood, the pink sewer car, and one of the cast members of Vanderpump Rules actually ends up doing a lot of shows that I've been on. So we've both done shows in the Belly Room at the Comedy Store together, and actually I saw her last night on stage at the Comedy Store in the original room. So I'll try and get some of the gossip from Vanderpump Rules when it comes out from behind the scenes. But I think there's also an awful lot of gossip from behind the scenes. And, you know, it's so funny when you're actually living in the moment. It seems like it's so crazy that they come up with all these headlines. But when you see the way it's edited and put together, you can well believe it. It's not beyond the realms of possibility. So yeah, you know, it kind of is what it is. But coming to the section now, we're going to do a little portion on Botox, which is all things Botox and filler and skincare. And I wanted to just talk about this product here, which is Dermaface MD Advanced 1000X Hyaluronic Acid Serum. This attracts 1,000 times its weight in water. So when the face is wet, you put this on and then you seal it with a moisturizer. This is the limited edition. And then this is the OR, the original. It's the exact same consistency, but we just have a, for fall and for the Q4 of 2023, we have a limited edition. So basically, the thing with hyaluronic acid, which is to be very mindful of, and like I said, I had lip filler in my lips and I had hyaluronic injected into my lips. And here's the thing, when you're getting hyaluronic injected, so basically what it is a hyaluronic acid molecule will attract 1,000 times its weight in water. So you want, the bigger the molecule, the better, because you want to have a scenario whereby it attracts 1,000 times its weight in water and it plumps up the area. And obviously the bigger the molecule, the bigger the plump. So when you're injecting filler into the face, it's been delivered via a needle. So obviously, even if you have a big molecule, it's going to pass through the skin barrier because it's going through a needle and it's going to be pushed in. But if you're applying it topically, which is what obviously this is topical hyaluronic, if you're applying it topically, the thing is it's not getting delivered via needles, so you're hoping that it will be absorbed. So the real key to hyaluronic, and when formulating this, and this is everything is made in a lab in California, the idea is to combine a medium weight hyaluronic with a heavier weighted hyaluronic acid molecule and then attach something like a fatty acid lipid tail so it gets drawn into the skin. And then obviously if there's water on the skin, that will get drawn in as well, which helps plump it up because, like I said, hyaluronic molecules attract 1,000 times their weight in water. So, but again, topical is great because you don't have injections or downtime. I had my lips done about a week ago and I still have a bruise here, but look, there's a risk of swelling. It is what it is. I'm just glad that I didn't have any swelling on my own lips because I had to do a show this week. I was opening in the Comedy Store in La Jolla and I did whatever 9 or 10 minutes, and thankfully my lips weren't bruised because I wouldn't have been able to speak properly and that would have been kind of awkward. So yeah, so topical is great. Also in between Botox injections, it's also great to use a triple peptide eye cream, but we'll go into more of that. I think the other question as well is people always ask, you know, how many are the best units for Botox and where's the best place to have Botox? I think obviously everybody gets it in their face. So if you're getting Botox, obviously it's maybe 5 units here, 2.5 here, 2.5 here, 2.5 here. Typically, if you go in, ask for them to sprinkle, so like 2 units, 2 units, 2 units, 2 units, 2 units, 2 units, 1, 1, 2. Like, you don't want to have big movements or big archy brows. You just want to have it sprinkled. And then obviously as you come down here, 5, 2.5 units, 2.5 units. Funnily enough, for me this time I got some in my cheek, which is not what I regularly do, but it just stopped I was getting a little crease here. I had a little bit of filler in here, and again, no bruising, filler on my lips, no bruising. I do have a bruise here. I don't know if it's possible to see. Anyway, who cares?